One moment. Hey guys, Nitsukika here, Nightmare. Whatever I am these days to you. I'm Zava at this point? I don't know. Anyways, I'm back to be your favorite annoying horror nerd, and I have today the studio. It's almost perfect. We need some more lights, however. Huh, you don't know why, you ask? Well, you see, how to save yourself from vampires. Okay. Jokes aside, I'm back to reviewing a horror movie, not a TV show, for now. So I want to give a huge shout out to the Nightmare on Meme Street page on Facebook for telling me about this movie. So let's jump right into this movie now. We start off what appears to be a gravedigger, and he's here to tell us not to dig graves at night. And he dies. We really start off by the Irish countryside, as a couple discuss stuff that couples usually do.
It's not that short.
It's short.
It's not that short. This is how short it was when we met each other. Yeah, you loved that guy,
It was
you?
not.
Yes, it was.
Because
It's actually exactly like this.
I would have thought you would look like a criminal if
I don't look like a criminal.
if you had it that short when we met. I would have avoided you on the street with that haircut. Sorry.
The rest of the conversation is just a debate about being chained down if it's ethically a concept or not. Which is pretty dumb in my opinion, honestly.
Right? Waking up every day and choosing to be with somebody, that is a commitment. A commitment you can choose every day. Being legally bound to. Yeah? Legally bound to. That is slavery. Yeah. Correct.
And so what? You're saying you'd never want to get married?
Well, I don't know. I don't want to ever say never, but I mean, no. Probably not.
You know, I'd be lying if I said I agreed with him. I get the idea, I get what he's saying, I just don't agree.
Good?
Love you too, babe. I love her. The couple continue to have their conversation as they get lost. No thanks to the GPS. And then they get stuck in the mud. But then he fucking leaves her behind.
I'm gonna go find a house.
Okay.
No. I'm gonna go find a house. You stay with the car. If, like, a car comes, see if you can get, like, a tow rope or whatever. Okay? Okay?
So just stay with the car.
Stay with the car.
I don't know if I can say I really understand his point of view here. If someone does come by, they can push you out. I get that part. I do. But A, he still left her behind, but at the same time, if somebody does come by for help, you can call for help. But the person's gone still, you can drive to them, right? Maybe? But they still have both their cell phones. I don't get it. And so, our heroes split into two teams. Let's keep up with Team A for now and hope to God they don't get human centipeded or some shit. Our hero on Team A finally decides to do what he does best and calls out for help, but to no avail. So this person decides that he should take it upon himself and his law to break in this person's house. He just does this like it's normal, too. I have a really bad feeling about this. I don't know what it is, but I have a bad feeling. After looking forever for someone to help him, our hero finds what appears to be a body. And it drops. Man, talk about letting the bodies hit the floor. What? Come on, that was funny. Come on. And, oh, hey, the gravedigger's back. I guess he didn't die. My bad. Anyways, our hero does the smart thing and runs back to his girlfriend. That's honestly really smart. He could have tried to help them and then dying from that.
There's an old farmhouse not too far down that way.
Hey, did you find someone?
Well, I did, but he needs our help.
You're kidding, right? You had every chance to leave and call Double A, and you fucking didn't? And you're going back, why? Anyways, our heroes do the best course of action they think is necessary and break into the house again. After they do some more exploring, they discover that the lights have been busted out. And we get our first, technically second, jump scare. Yes. Calling out to the thing that makes semi-animalistic sounds. That'll go smoothly. Our heroes then venture up the stairs to say that the house is in further disarray than they expected. We also get an old computer. And our second jump scare.
Mark, what are you doing?
Sir, he was...
You know, normally me and every other horror reviewer would go, jump scares are ruining the atmosphere bad, but like, hear me out here. Maybe I'm too much of a millennial, but it kind of adds to it in a way. Wait, before you go down there and go, I don't watch your videos, I don't have fans. Hear me out. This isn't something like Stay Alive, where they keep happening over and over and over and over and over again. These have been perfectly timed so far. And the jump scares work. And these ones are helping build up how awful and disheveled this house is, and the creep factor works here, you know? It's like, oh, fuck, what was that, mate, you know? But again, maybe I'm just too much of a millennial. Probably. I've given a lot of mental notes earlier about how smart these heroes were, and I can kind of forgive them for following some tropes, but both of them are chasing after a phantom person, and for what? To possibly die? You can hear them growling animalistically. Come on, guys. Also, bed jump scare. This movie is proving my point on how horror should reveal their monster. Sort of. Something I want to point out right now, but it's more important a little later. We are 100% kept in the dark right now about these monsters and their designs. For all we know, they look like this. Hell, even. But they're not. You know, that's dope. I love that we're kept in the dark about this. This monster tries to attack our hero, but is chased off by...
flashing lights.
The monster is then deemed sus and ejected from the window. Something I really like about this scene, too, is that this shot, it lingers on you in a way. While they're looking for a body out the window, any other horror movie could have had them just attacked by another monster. But instead, they let it linger over you. They let that fear and anguish and terror just linger over you. I love this. I live for this shit. Our hero's brain remembers what flight mode is and tries to sneak out of the house. Our heroes then try to sneak out of the house and go back to the car, only to have a fucking argument.
Oh my god.
Sarah, I want to get back to the car.
Yeah, well, you're gonna not get back there anytime sooner because you're not going in the right
I
direction.
am going in the right fucking direction.
What, you know what? The fucking king of bloody the bog, because you know where you're bloody going.
Yes, I know where I'm going. It's a straight fucking line.
In what? In where?
We walked here earlier on.
You didn't come this way.
You know this.
I
You
know
know
this.
this.
You
This
didn't
is
know-
your
you did not
fucking
walk
back
this way.
garden, is it? Will you get over the ridge?
What?
Will you walk over the fucking ridge?
That's it, just...
The argument, unfortunately, is ended early when Mark, the hero, is attacked by one of the monsters. Thankfully, however, he's alive, just covered in bog water and broken ego. Our heroes activate their flight mode again and run away.
Okay, Mark, look there. There's the house.
Okay.
If you're caught in a place where the car is 1 mile one way and a mile the other way, why not go back to the car where you're going anyways? If it's an issue of being lost, okay, maybe, I get that. I can concede to that point. But it's not really explained why they do this. They just go back to the house. And I just... other than the plot, for them to do so, why do they go back to the house? I don't... I like this movie, but I don't get this part. While trying to break back into the house, our hero Sarah notices that there are bricks and shingles falling beside her.
Oh! Shoot! Oh!
Our heroes are then chased back inside by the vampire things, only for them to be saved once again by the light. You know what? This is actually really interesting. These aren't traditional vampires, which is fine. The genre is pretty much saturated of the modern take anyways. But these are interesting. Normally, I just use this clip.
I guess we don't need this for anything.
But with the light burning them explains why the lights are broken. Our heroes then quickly lock the door and run away. But sadly, our main boy here is turned into the main dish. Our heroes, with no light, runs upstairs as fast as she can and grabs the closest lamp she can to ward off the foul vampire. Our heroine, Sarah, light in hand, returns to try to rescue her husband, boyfriend, only to be attacked. While this is happening, our said hero is still being dragged around like a sack of potatoes. Sarah recovers pretty quickly, though a little more worse for wear, rescues our hero. Okay, so this movie has been pretty fucking raw so far. And I love that. I love this movie. It's fucking great so far. Qualms aside. But this is the point where the movie gets fucking real. Sarah, while a little battered and bruised, was able to save Mark, because she's a badass bitch. But sadly, they are chased into the bathroom. Our heroes, staying quietly as they can as they're locked in a dark room, trying to mend their broken egos and hoping to God that the adrenaline they have helps them escape with their broken bodies. After they think the coast is clear, our heroes head upstairs. Now they are in the room the heroine was in earlier, as they lay together, with the only working light they have in the house. But then unfortunately smoke starts to fill the air as they learn that vampires, somehow, are trying to burn them alive. So Sarah, the only one with a working body, heads downstairs to turn it off. You know, she reminds me of my favorite post-punk song, Honest Mistake.
Because she's stupid?
No, because this bitch has more bravery than I do. After she turns off the oven, we learn that there's a second vampire, and this one stalks her, but isn't very bright, and gets caught, letting her fucking attack him with a hot poker. That's so fucking hardcore! Sadly, however, we're not out of the woods just yet, as she's trapped in the closet with Nosferatu trying to attack her and break down the door. However, we get a very, very good trope-breaking moment here. Now, the hash-slashing strangler here is blind. Well, by nature, they're all blind here. So he's relying on sound here in this case. If this were any other horror film, the vampire would leave and the spider would come, and then she'd scream and the hash-slinging slasher here would be alerted and attack the woman. But it's not, and that's fucking cool.
A hash-slinging slasher!
What's he doing?
You're right. Okay. You're gonna have me light. Okay?
After checking up on the boy toy, they spring into action and get the fuck out of there. Unfortunately, they are still being chased by the vampire, only to be stopped by the lamp, which they are bringing with them, of course. As you can see, this plan is a bit flawed, but it's working, mostly. However... light goes away and comes back is going to be important later. She finds and enters a tractor trailer, only to find out there's no key in it. While looking for the key, she's ambushed by a vampire. However, she stabs the vampire in the fucking eye! That's so fucking hardcore! Now, with the vampire gone in the middle of the road, she runs it over and turns the vampire into stone. And then runs it over, turning it to dust and the chemicals. You know, I mentioned this earlier, but this really is an interesting take on vampires and the whole dying in sunlight thing. Which, as I mentioned as well, you know, me being the huge fucking nerd that I am, vampires never really died in sunlight originally anyway, as they was weak to it. But, however, modern takes are different. That's fine. However, this breaks its own rule because we didn't learn that they died to sunlight or were stoned to sunlight. We just know they didn't like sunlight, which means they broke their own rule.
I guess we don't need this for anything.
Also, are you guys ready to be depressed? I know I am. Our hero then returns to her boyfriend, only to learn that he's been knocked out, probably due to the blood loss. She then carries him to the tractor, only for him to turn to a vampire and push her away. She then runs and hides, but unfortunately is found quickly. She then chases away with fire. Chasing with fire must have knocked him out, because she finds him fainted on the stairs. That or probably still the blood loss. Probably the blood loss. And a twisted form of irony. Mark's dead body drops an engagement ring box. Proving that he originally didn't want to be with her forever, he changed his mind over time because of his love for her. However, she then carries him to the bathroom. But this doesn't last long as he gets back fucking up and tries to kill himself.
Then we get what I believe is a slight homage to Aliens.
Peter, did you bring a flamethrower?
No. I also didn't bring one of them laser guns from Ghostbusters.
Here we are now. The vampire form of her boyfriend chases her into a barn. However, while she's there, matchbook in hand, begging for him to leave her alone. A form of luck helps her as she's saved by a lucky barn light switch. The lights activate, turning him to stone. I guess you could say that he's hard for her still. I'll shut up now. It's a pretty touching moment as she goes to him one last time, and he crumbles also to dust. Man, shit. I've never been hit hard when it comes to horror stuff. First with Constantine, the fluke, you know, but this time it's like a theme month. Big and depressing, however, I'm gonna leave this here. Normally, I've never not spoiled anything to a movie because I don't have qualms with that. But I feel like with this movie, you need to experience this movie yourself. It's an experience I don't want to ruin for you in a way. I really do recommend this movie. It's fucking depressing, an hour and a half, but it's a well-made depression. And it's a good depression, too, in a way. I usually go about what I like and don't like, clearly. So, here's what I like. I like the UK acting in this. I don't watch a lot of UK stuff outside of Shaun of the Dead and Doctor Who. So that was kind of a cool, refreshing thing in there. The acting is pretty fucking incredible, too. Here are some examples.
Oh my god.
Sarah, I want to get back to the car.
Yeah, well, you're going to not get back there anytime sooner because you're not going in the right
I
direction.
am going in the right fucking direction.
What, you know what? The fucking king of bloody the bog because you know where you're bloody going.
Yes, I know where I'm going. It's a straight fucking line.
In what? In where?
We walked here earlier on.
You didn't come this way.
The fact that they subdued troops, and for example here, the spider scene here, could have been a lot different like I mentioned prior, but she kept quiet, and that's fucking cool. And the effects being practical effects are pretty badass as well. The darkness for a lot of this too actually really helps a lot with set design. You don't need to have something super crazy with that, you know? Set-wise especially, you don't need a big elaborate set. It's just a small, dark farmhouse. What I didn't like. So, I didn't like one thing in this movie, and it feels like... I like the lingering shots, like I said, but some of them here felt like they're just padding, and it felt like they could have cut down in half, and they would have been just as well-rounded there. That's my one part. Sometimes it feels like padding, not the lingering shot. Thanks for hanging out with you guys next to Giga. I'll see you guys later. Have a good day and all that. Peace. I'm more interested in the computer, though, personally. I want that computer.